are you? Erin Kreitz Shirey with Inspirator LIFE, coming to you live from New Orleans. Now, originally I thought that I'd be able to do this outside at maybe, one of the wonderful cafes with music playing or on the waterfront, but guess what? It is so windy outside right now. I just got in from a nice run, and of course it's New Orleans. It's super crazy loud. It is busy. It is amazing and wonderful, but it is loud. So that being said, I really want you guys to get to hear my two special guests that are going to be popping on today. They are amazing. So as this is rocking and rolling, I am going to make sure that they are there because they are, we're on different time zones. The joys of this, there's so many different time zones to work with. And so just one second, my friends. And then I'll give to you the special guest. You'll be super excited. Someone just messaged me. Yes, my hair is cut. Yes. I went in for an inch and they took 3.5 inches off. Not quite what I was thinking, but that's okay. It grows back, right? And it grows back. It'll hopefully grow back soon. We'll see. Or I just go shorter and shorter. I don't know. Whichever way. I might even get cut shorter down here in New Orleans. But anyhow, for today though, I want to ask you guys a question because it is Monday. It is a great Monday. It's a Monday to kick off. It's the last Monday of March. So I want to know, what are you going to do this Monday to finish out the month of March on the highest note possible? What is it that you're going to do that's going to just make your first quarter of the year the most amazing first quarter that you've ever experienced? I would love to know for you, what would that be? And I also want to know, what have you done this first quarter of the year that has just made you go, wow, this is just 2018 seriously kicked some mighty fine booty. So myself, being here in New Orleans, it's been lots of fun. Jack's down here for work, and I just popped on a plane yesterday to come on down for a couple days and have been working in the morning, worked this morning for a good while, and then went for a nice run, and I get to play in the afternoon. Not too shabby, right? It's a kid's spring break, so they're able to play with my parents right now and all their friends in Alameda where we used to live. And I get to be here tagging along with Jack. That's a great way to win out this first quarter of the year. I have to say I'm pretty happy about that. These are things that we used to say, oh, one day we'll do that we're doing, that we're saying yes to. So I invite you guys to say yes to all of these fun things. So as this is going, I hope that you guys are able to see me right now. Let me see, because my own computer is off here. Let's see what's going on. Yep, there we go. Okay, so Audrey and Vera will be popping on in just a minute, I hope. We are, we're in different time zones. But for today, the reason why they are actually coming on, I've got the computer flipped over here, is the fact that, they are two amazing mom business owners. They are two women that, quite honestly, will just inspire you up in so many ways, in part because of the fact that they have taken their businesses and grown them without jeopardizing their families. And to me, that's really important, and it's wonderful, and it's key and integral to success, because so often when you've got your own business, you want to keep going and going and going, but then you also, when you've got your family, you want to keep juggling that time with the family to where it's the best time possible, right? And so, hi Jacqueline, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, how are you, my friend? I miss you so very much. Write in the comments how you are as we're waiting for Audrey and Vera, because I really, really, really want to see as to how you're doing. How are you enjoying LA? How is everything going? Those of you popping on, do me a favor, give me a high five or a wave or a thumbs up so I know that you're on here, because I can't always see on the computer. Hey Jacqueline, Jackie, how are you? I miss you. We actually, for those of you who don't know, Jacqueline Ho is a brilliant trainer. She's phenomenal. And I'll just highlights and shout outs to everybody as they are on here. While we wait for Audrey and Vera, because Jackie, I met at a fitness conference, and she is a trainer that has just got the most wonderful energy. And she's not just a trainer, she is a life seeker. She's an adventure mama. She is just a risk taker, and she inspires you to not just think about maybe one day I'll go for this adventure, but to making the adventure happen. And it's amazing because I've watched her in her travels, and through it all, fitness is integral to success, and she keeps that as the center. as well as launches from that to all these big, wonderful ideas that she really goes for making happen. So Jackie, if you're on there, what is the latest adventure that you're working on? I would love for you to type it if you're still on here right now. I don't know if you are. Again, for those of you popping on, Erin Kreitz Shirey, Empowered and Inspired Life. Oh, what is it? Oh, thank you so much. You need to hear my voice and feel my energy. Oh, thank you. You know what, Jackie, you just inspired me. Hi, Sherry, how are you doing? So yeah, Jackie, you just inspired me so much. Sherry, would love to know, how are you doing since Entrepreneur Fest? What have you been doing since? So you guys keep talking with me, because this is what's so much fun with the Empowered Inspirator Life, or Inspirator Life, pardon me, on doing this consistently on Mondays and Thursdays, is that I get to engage with you guys in the biggest platform through video. So it's like I'm talking to you immediately, which I love it so much. So Sherry, yes, hello, love. How are you doing right now? How have you been doing since Entrepreneur Fest? I would love to hear. For those of you just popping on, Erin Kreitz Shirey, Inspirator Coach, and I will be interviewing today Vera, Sweeney, and Audrey McClelland. I always say your last name wrong, but McClelland, and Audrey McClelland. These guys are on East Coast time, and I am right now Central time, and I'm used to Mountain time because I am in New Orleans instead of Boise, which is really fun. So for those of you popping on, have you guys been to New Orleans before? If you've been to New Orleans, what was your favorite thing to do? Fun story for you. Hard to type and listen at once. I know, Sherry, I know. So fun story for you guys, and this is talking about taking risks and being an adventure taker and a risk seeker, risk taker, adventure doer, fear facer. Okay, all that blended into one. So when Jack and I first met, we came down here when we were dating, and that was over 15 years ago when we were down here. And after that trip, the following year, we had Mackenzie, and yeah, we kind of fast tracked, but we had Mackenzie, and she was all of your coming, yay! But she was, oh yay, Audrey, oh great, I'm gonna bring you on right now. So as I bring you on, I'm gonna finish the story. Let's see if this works. You're having trouble with the Wi-Fi. No worries, get it synced up, and then I'll add you on in. So take a breather, it's all good, no worries. So when we were dating, guys, what's so funny is we picked 5 cities that we would move to possibly. And then we narrowed it to 2, and then we ended up in Portland. So we lived in LA. And we literally flipped a coin between the 2 cities. Because we're like, hey, we're 28, we've got nothing to lose, we've just got a tiny baby, I was on maternity leave. We flipped a coin, and guess what the 2 cities were between? Portland and New Orleans. So crazy, because we felt like, hey, it'd be a fun time to live down here with a little one, but only for a few years. We knew we didn't want to raise her in New Orleans ourselves, just myself being in fitness. It's not the healthiest city in the country, let's say, more like one of the unhealthiest, but it's just fun, the energy, the music, the art, all that. Last night we went to 3 different art galleries. It was so much fun. And that aspect of it, my goodness gracious, we had somebody watching out for us, because the following year was Katrina, and we ended up in Portland, and we fell in love with Portland. And interestingly enough, that was when that happened, was that I had said, hey, you know what? Portland's a place that people settle. You don't just go to Portland for a big adventure. It's a place people say, I like it. It's a great city, but, oh yay, so Audrey's all set now. Okay, and Vera's all set now. Okay, good. So anyway, we ended up in Portland, loved Portland, but we still have to come down here and visit. So the last time we were down here was when we had that big conversation. So sorry guys, I don't have my tripod with me, so you're gonna see my finger action going on right now as I pop on these guys. Approve. Did that work? It's gonna be adding Audrey right now, and Vera, I hope. And I'll introduce these guys. I'm excited to meet Vera. I haven't actually talked to Vera in person via camera before, but Audrey and I met a few years ago, and she's just a gem. So Vera is as well. So we've messaged back and forth. There, hey, you're sideways. Hi, love.
Hi.
And you have TV hair right now. You're like all lovely. Hi, Vera. Nice to see you. Hi, Audrey.
We're at a hotel. We couldn't figure out the internet connection, so we were going crazy.
Oh, we were trying. I understand. Look at my background right now. It's a lovely bedroom of a hotel, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought that I'd be able to be filming from outside, but it's so windy down here. And then noise, because spring break, it must be even more people in New Orleans than normal.
Oh my God, New Orleans, yes.
So, yes. And so I was like, initially my head was like, I can film and talk to you guys from the quarter, right? It'll often a little quiet spot. What the heck I was thinking, I don't know what. So let me introduce you guys. I'm glad you guys made it work. The hotel Wi-Fi is always a pain in the tushy. But I have you balanced actually against this cup right now on top of another computer because we don't have. There we go. Yay!
We did it. Hey, Danielle.
You did it. It's the amount of juggling, right, to make it work. Okay, guys. So for those of you popping on, this is Audrey McClelland and Vera Sweeney. And Vera, I'm getting to know today because I haven't met Vera face to face before, but they are the co-businesswoman behind Permission to Hustle. They both have their own respective blogs and businesses. And a little background, Audrey and I met 3 years ago now. Actually 3.5 years ago.
It's a while ago, yeah.
It was yeah, because Finney was a baby, so she's 4 now. But I guess so we met, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it was that long.
We met at ESPN. I was the trainer on the panel there, and Audrey was a blogger for this particular event. And we were brought down there, and it was just so much fun. Her boys being these fun athletes. We had a fun time with this run, and it was a really cool event. Honestly, being treated very kindly by Disney to where you don't want to go to Disney any other experience but that. Because you can't. Once you do it like that, you can't go back and just wait in lines forever. It doesn't work like that anymore. You get so spoiled. But yeah, so we met like that, and it's been so fun watching Audrey be able to grow up with honestly, watching your business grow even more, and watching you and Vera grow Permission to Hustle over the last year and a half, has it been? It's been over a year.
About a year. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the common wonderful women we have got all these friends in common from the blogging and wellness world on my side, but then also the entrepreneur part. And being an entrepreneur as a mom is not exactly the easiest in the world. There's lots of juggling involved. Yeah. And we tend to have a fun time with doing it. Now, is Danielle an assistant for one of you guys? She's doing amazing.
I love
right
Danielle
now.
Is our best friend right now. I'm watching Danielle.
She's seriously, I'm watching her like, Danielle, I love you. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
We are good friends with her. So that is full disclosure. We love Danielle. We're good friends.
Oh, she's awesome. So Vera, I have to be honest, I found out this morning you were popping on, which is so great fun that you guys are together. But I don't know as much about your background as much as I knew a little bit more about Audrey's because we've connected, over the years. So why don't you guys both introduce yourselves on your side of it as who you are, what you do, and I'm going to put another fun question behind it for you, and your why you do what you do.
All right.
Okay, well, my primary blog is Lady and the Blog, and it's a lifestyle blog that really focuses on fashion, food, family, fun, you name it. I try to think of every word that starts with an F, and that's sort of what I focus on. And Audrey and I really, every focus that we have is really about helping women live their lives a little bit easier, a little bit, more enjoyable to their lives to the fullest. And Permission to Hustle, that angle was really gearing towards women who are going after their dreams. They want to start a new online business. They want to come out with a product, whatever the story may be. Sometimes you need that little extra push. Sometimes you need a little support, a shoulder to lean on. And that's really where it came about, because we're really blessed that we have one another, but not everybody necessarily has that situation. And so we wanted to build a community where it felt that way. If you're having a really bad day, if you're having a really great day, you can come in and you can lean in and lean towards the women that are in there and get whatever it is you need and give whatever it is they need. And so that was really the foundation of it all. We felt like that was lacking. And it's been such a pleasure doing it along the way, because we've met such incredible women that have been inspiring us to build out a bigger journey for them. And so it's just this sort of full circle thing where we keep wanting to make it bigger and better, because their dreams are becoming bigger and better. And like right now, we're actually working on more business plans for Permission to Hustle. Actually, that's why I came out to Rhode Island today. And it's our pride and joy, truly.
That was great. I don't really know what I can say beyond that.
That's why you guys have each other.
She's like this. Same.
Ditto.
Same.
Ditto. No, it's everything Vera said. We were even just talking at lunch today about how women don't necessarily share a lot of their successes. Women really will only seem to share a lot of the stuff that they're having trouble with. So I'm having a bad day, or I'm having a difficult time keeping up with, my kids, or whatever it is. And when it comes to like your successes, a lot of the times women don't they don't feel like they're worthy enough maybe to share it, don't feel maybe they're going to get, maybe people are going to roll their eyes if they share it. And we really are trying to change that. And just, whether it's you had a great day because your daughter or son swam across the pool for the first time, or performs a play for the first time, or you sold a business for $100 million. I mean, whatever the successes are, we really want to give women the permission to share and to not be afraid to do that. So, yeah.
Well, it's fun that I guess it's actually perfect timing. What's interesting is that I have a client that I was working with earlier today with coaching, and she's doing amazing. But her hardest thing, because I work with women to realize they're worthy and capable of doing, but a big part of the worthiness is being worthy of their success. Because so many women get successful and they don't feel they're worthy of that success. They almost like squash it. Once they get to that pinnacle of success, what happens? Oh gosh, I'm gonna almost self-sabotage because I'm scared of being successful.
That's what you said.
And so what's interesting with that is, so even this morning we were talking, I'm like, you are so worthy of this success. You are amazing at what you do. You're so worthy of this success. Own it. Own the fact that you're phenomenal in this skill set. And so of course it's fitness and business related, because I work with a lot of entrepreneurs. Like when you're physically fit,
yes,
then you feel better to push yourself right on the business side. But to where so many women on that side, they get to their fitness levels and they'll be amazing. And then it's a little bit of self-sabotage. Oh, wait, I've been successful. Now I'm going to step back. It's okay to be successful and to keep pushing. And so with you guys working together today, by the way, I love that you're at a hotel at Audrey's, so you guys can work together, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because if you're at Audrey's house, it wouldn't happen.
No.
Because there's all ins and outs of kids.
Not going to happen.
At a hotel space, it's the biggest gift that you can give to yourself, is just go outside. So if you guys, those that are watching and listening, it is so, so, so true. Today, even the excitement, I'm in New Orleans. I worked this morning in a quiet hotel by myself without interaction behind me or thinking about a load of laundry to do or anything. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So for you guys, with the successes, what would you say would be, thinking of your own successes, your top 3 biggest successes, both of you in your own business, and then working together? Because there have been some big leaps that have happened this last year that have been amazing and inspired so many other women and men to goal up. But what would be your 3 biggest successes?
I'm calling.
Sorry, Shannon.
That's okay.
Top 3 successes, I would say lifetime span for you and me. I think when we got the TLC show, I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Never thought that was happening.
Oops, you're freezing up again. Are you guys there?
It wasn't something that we were looking for at all. They came to us out of nowhere. So that, I think, was what made it that much more special. I think seeing Permission to Hustle come from thought to where it is now was like an ultimate blessing for us, because the premise of that, the reason why we started that whole program is because we work a lot. You obviously know that we are big full-time workers. We support our families, and every now and then we would get like a dig from somebody, and they would say, "Oh, you work so much, and that must be so hard to not be with your children," and saying things along those lines. And Audrey, at one time when we were griping to one another, she said, "Since when do we need permission to hustle from our friends and family?" And I was like,
You froze up. Oh no. Right at a
Mom's been texting me around the clock.
let's say,
You just froze up right there. So hold on a minute. What did you say, Vera? Say it again, because it just totally froze.
I just said, it really became, she said, we don't need permission from anybody to hustle. We don't need to get anybody's approval to work as hard as we work, or we don't need to have anybody's acceptance because we love what we do. And when she said that, we said to ourselves, other women who are goal getters must feel what we are feeling, that this resentment or this negativity, from other women. And so we wanted to put something out there where we said to women who are like us, it's okay. It's okay to love what you do. It's okay to dream bigger. It's okay to go after something bigger and greater than yourself for your family. I'm not doing this in spite of my family. I'm doing this for my family. And I think people who are the naysayers can't see that. And so Permission to Hustle is a space for people who understand that. And I think that is something that really is beautiful that came out of all of that for us.
It's huge. What's interesting with it is, as I shared, that we have different common people that are in that group. So many of them are from women business owner group networks that I'm in over the years. One of them being Marlon Shotland, that you guys know from blogging, or Audrey, I think you know her from blogging.
Yep.
And she started the Power Mob back when we all first were business owners with tiny little babies. Because we had all these mom business owners. It's called the Power Mob for Portland-owned, mama-owned businesses. And to say it's okay to be successful and want to have a great business in Portland while being a great mom. And you don't have to choose one or the other.
No.
But as you hit on that is a big, huge win. You have Lifetime come out of the woodwork tour. They approached you, didn't approach them. And then you have Permission to Hustle that is just, didn't you say Lifetime? Because it froze up at that a couple times. I'm sorry. Was it Lifetime?
Yeah, she had Lifetime.
Yeah, Lifetime. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, it froze up at that part. So I didn't, I want to make sure I said it correctly. And then when you look at Permission to Hustle, and with it to where that has just been a big, huge win this last year. And even from that, to the horn for the fact that look at the Carnival Cruise Line, to where now here's this big, beautiful experience that's going to happen, and you're creating it to grow this movement, and that is just so amazing, because the fact that you're creating it to grow this movement, to create the camaraderie, but to create a space for the conversations to happen, to have women not feel like they're so isolated.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. And Vera was at the beginning when she said that we know that not everybody has the best friend or the accountability person.
Yeah.
And we know that that's pretty much the norm, is people don't, and especially a lot of us who are working in the digital world, it can be very isolating. You're in front of your laptop, or you're like you are right now, you're in a hotel room by yourself, you're traveling for work, you're doing it for your family. And, we knew that people wanted that. And we really wanted Permission to Hustle to give people that sense of accountability, and that sense of tribe, and that sense of, we've been very lucky. We've found small pockets of women who have been very supportive throughout the years. And we really wanted to make sure we created something like that for other women, because it's just essential. It really is essential. So smart. So on that note, it's a dream. And what I work with is Dream Lives. So I talk about it in the Inspirator. Vera, I don't know if you know, so the Inspirator is an inspiration and motivator in one. And that's my business name, is Inspirator Coaching and Fitness. And what's fun, I love these fun comments coming through, you guys. What's fun is the fact that my middle daughter came up with that name when I was pregnant with the youngest, because I'm doing burpees, and she's like, "You're an inspirator, Mama." I was practicing some workouts for a boot camp, right? And she goes, "You're an inspirator, Mama. If you can do that with that big belly, your boot campers have no excuse." And she was, mind you, all of 5.5 years old. And I'm going, oh my, of course I quickly wrote it down. That's like brilliant.
An inspirator is an inspiration and motivator in one. I said, oh, spot on. That's great. So I wrote it down, changed my entire business name, everything, to Inspirator Coaching and Fitness. That being said, everyone's got their own inspirators in various parts of their life, in fitness, in work, in adventure and travel. You guys both like to travel. When it comes to athletics, everything around the board. But who would be, for both of you, your top 3 inspirators in any of those? You can pick. It could be business, it could be family, it could be wellness, it could be goal seeking and setting. It could be fearlessness, anything like that. But who would be, for both of you, because it's going to be different. It could be your grandma, it could be your best friend, business best friend, it could be your husband. Audrey, I think about your husband, what he's been through. I mean, he's and also his business, watching his business blow up, right? True. And so it could be so many different people, but who right now at this point would be, I love Oprah. Well, you guys already met Oprah, so she's been there, done that, Oprah. Sorry. Well, you guys are good with her. You got to.
Danielle was with us.
What?
Danielle was with us.
Danielle was with you? Oh, okay. Danielle, so Danielle, you get to meet Oprah. I will be meeting Oprah this next year. That's my goal for 2019. So I'll get to join that club. But in all seriousness for you guys, though, who would be, say, 3 of your inspirators?
Well, for me, definitely my mom. She's always been a big inspiration for me. Vera, obviously. I mean, I think that she pushes me, and I had to say her. Nice, she pushes me to be, I think we push each other to be our best. We both have strengths and weaknesses. So I'm very inspired by her strengths. It always has been. And and I would definitely probably say, my husband and probably my father. Those core people are the people that, these core people have been behind me, inspired me, supported me, you name it. So who would you say? I better be one of the three.
You're my number one.
Thank you.
You're my number one. I mean, honestly, I do look at the people within my circle for sure. Like Audrey is definitely somebody that I turn to because you only have like 8% left.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy's
number 5.
Jeremy's number 5. But for me too, it's also like this ideology too of not being put into one box, which is very much like what you said. Like I still am such a firm believer of I can be a great mom and I can be a great businesswoman. Like I don't have to be one. And I think that theory and that concept is a drive unto itself. Like I am very, I'm capable. And I think that notion, that ideology, that dream, that thing that says, okay, we could do this. Like we can do this. We could build this brand. We could travel. We can take our kids with us, and we can do all of these things. That notion in of itself, I think, is inspiring. And I keep, you keep reaching for that too, in my sense. I mean, even like Reese Witherspoon, and the reason why she's coming top of mind is only because we had just interviewed her with Oprah. But her whole notion, right? Like she's not just an actress, but she has charities, and she has clothing lines, and she's a producer, and she's a mom, and she is all these things. She wears many hats, and I just love that that thought that you could be so many different things in one lifetime at the same time.
Reese is an interesting one to also, like, she is almost a celebrity inspirator, but to where, do you follow Glennon Doyle?
No.
You don't? Okay. You guys would like Glennon Doyle a lot. So Glennon Doyle, it was Glennon Doyle Melton, but now it's Glennon Doyle. And she's married to Abby Wambach, now the soccer player. And she's really big she's a writer. She wrote a blog a long time ago in Huffington Post that got it just went viral. And it was,
never get
phone
phone
carpet.
calls, like a million.
Can you guys hear me? It froze up again.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Glennon. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
sorry.
Yes,
Melissa, you like Glennon's great.
Yes,
it's No Carpe Diem, and it was about. Do you guys know what I'm talking about now?
Yes, I do. Yes, my cousin.
But they just had heard some. Okay. They just had something with her with Reese Witherspoon that was so funny, and they were talking back and forth, and just about going forward again, like you were talking about with charities, and really using their voice for a passion and a purpose. And that's what triggered to me when you said that with Reese, is the fact that she does wear many hats, but she also does so how she wants to. And by the way, her new line, is it Draper James? How does it? Is a darling.
Yeah,
I
Draper.
love everything, especially being out here in New Orleans. I'm
Beautiful.
about the Southern charm. I'm going, oh my gosh, I was
going to say very cute, Southern.
So cute.
Southern.
Very Southern, very traditional and Southern, but cute and fun. So if you guys were to think of your dream day, let's say the day goes perfect and your alarm goes off in the morning, or you don't wake up to an alarm, but it is the most perfect day in the world. Every single thing goes according to plan. I mean, this is your dream day, and it could be wherever you want it to be.
Well, you know where I'm going.
What would happen from early in the morning to the end?
I will be on a beach.
Yeah.
With a laptop. Sunning all day. That's like a dream. To be able to do that would be amazing. Have my family there, have Vera there, just a carefree day.
Yeah, and I think similar vein, but I just would love to get to a point in our career where we could just take it wherever we want to go. Like I just went to Spain this summer, and I just would love to be able to spend like 3 weeks at Spain and be able to take my business with me, at any platform, take my platform anywhere with me. We're not there yet, but that is definitely a vision, 110%. Like, hey, let's spend a month away, and it is working so easily on its own that I could do that. I would love to do something like that.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's actually how my own Inspirator retreat started, was because of places that I wanted to travel to that I knew other women want to travel to also.
That's so smart.
It's like, I can create a trip around a place I want to go to.
Yeah.
And it's been now 2.5 years. The next one I'm planning is in Hawaii. Oh, I announced it's Hawaii is the next one. Sorry, I realize I haven't announced it yet, but it's going to be in Hawaii. And it's so much fun. So I'm going, add on the extra time and have the family come and join too. But I'm working.
Love
I get to be done with work and just play. And it's all the work, balance, family, travel. But then you're doing what you love with who you love where you love, right?
Right, absolutely.
And so it's so much fun. Okay, so guys, being fitness and wellness and being a trainer and an inspirator coach was kind of like a business coach, but for you, what would be some of your tips for having enough energy to do what you want to do every day? And I, of course, said dream day, but what are some of your tips to have enough energy? Because in Permission to Hustle, there was a piece about working out. You guys get like, Audrey, put something out there about
That's amazing.
goal to work out. No, it was at the beginning of the new year. It was something about the goals to work, to get everybody in the group, like, to keep accountable. And then
just
there, it froze up again.
There. Yeah, for me, it would be definitely, I know you and I have talked about this before, Erin, but just to find, I need to find for not only like the physical piece, but like that mental piece gives me the energy. It's the body, mind, soul connection. And I really do. I need to do 20 to 30 minutes of something, honestly, every day. If I don't, I'm feeling it. And I'm not a big runner. I'm not a fast runner. But even if it's just like a walk, even if it's just like a playing basketball with my sons, we have a hoop outside, just things like that. And then, I'm just like a huge coffee drinker. So I have to have my 2 cups of my it's hot, it's just black, no sugar, no cream, and that gives me the energy I need to get moving.
And for awesome. me, to be really honest with you, I'm not yet there for exercise, but
she said yet.
I said yeah. I'm thinking about it.
She's thinking.
I'm thinking about it.
She's burning calories.
I'm thinking about it. But for me,
you're doing it. Every step is in the right direction. You're moving forward.
I had a big talk yesterday with my husband.
She's tired. She's leaning against the wall right now.
I can't even say the word exercise.
Right, I'm gonna lean.
But I'm actually trying to get as short as you because I'm like this. So I'm trying to
I'm trying to angle it up.
You guys, do me a favor. The something with the router is frozen, so it froze in your guys' faces, but I can hear you talking. So
maybe
I don't know why. But those of you that are watching, give these beautiful ladies some hearts for me because their time and energy is wonderful because you guys are getting some great nuggets from this. However, we do want to see their faces.
Is it better?
So there you go. Oh my God.
Okay. There we go.
For me, it's definitely plenty of rest and sunshine. So I had my office in the basement and I had to move it. I got rid of my dining room and I made my formal dining room my office because when I work, I need sunshine, natural light, and I need to have a well-rested sleep the night before. Otherwise I can't function. So while I'm not exercising yet, those are my things that I need to have every single day in order to have a productive day.
That's good.
That sunshine is key. It's so key. Yeah. It makes the biggest difference. Vera, I'll send you a fun workout window PDF that I have that might inspire you up in some way to find little nuggets of 5 minutes. It's, you know what, seriously, it's just a reshifting of mindset. It's like everyone feels like I have to do it perfectly. You know what, you got 5 minutes in the kitchen. You can do push-ups on a counter. You know what I mean? But that's just a fun little nugget. But the sunshine is so key. It's integral to one's success. And people don't even realize that with being inside all the time. But even by a window and getting outside. Audrey, you talked about being outside, which is one of the biggest factors of wellness. Yeah, that people downplay. But what I love is that you said sleep. There's a big focus with permission to sleep in order to hustle, right? Because women are like, I'm so busy, that over glorification of being busy in some ways, and then not sleeping, that I'm too busy to sleep. You're like, actually, sleep allows you to be so much more successful. And so with you saying sleep, that's so good. Thank you. Thank you for actually highlighting that because it's so, so important. And okay, let's see. I know your guys' time, so I want to be respectful of your time. I'm looking at the couple questions that I had, but here's I know we said like what are your dream day, but what is one place that you would want to travel to with your family? And I say that because an adventure is so much fun. Living like an inspirator,
you're going to be more
inspired by lots of adventures to go places. Where would it be? Anywhere in the world, does not matter, and it's totally funded, right? It's like
I hope you know mine.
An African safari?
No.
What?
Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh, I have been trying to get my husband to go to Japan for like 3 years.
For your 40th, but they settled for Spain.
Okay. Went to Spain, which is, he hates when I say that because he's like, Spain is not a runner-up. He's like, Spain was amazing, and I was like, it was amazing. Of course it was. I'm not saying it wasn't amazing, but Japan is my #1 country that I want to visit 100%, and I will get there eventually. But it's just hard. It's a big flight, and I have a 5-year-old, and logistically, we're just trying to wrap our head around that. But I when he gets a little bit older, I think we'll do it. I definitely have to do it.
And I think
you will do it.
Yes.
I think mine would be, though she thinks I would say Hawaii or something like that. I would love to go to maybe like London with my family. I think that'd be really fun to do. We've never been anywhere international like that with the kids. So I think that's a blast to do. And my husband is one of his favorite cities. He's actually gone a handful of times in his life, and he loves it. So I would probably
do so much fun.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's so much fun. Oh, just a minute now. Housekeeping is knocking on my door. Just a minute. I'll connect with you when I'm done, okay?
I might need you to hold this.
Thank you.
My hand. I'm switching hands. My hand is
sorry.
As I fall.
No, sorry, I love that. That's the one part with I forgot to put the thing outside the door to say "Don't worry."
Yeah.
So she's still knocking,
and we've taken over the lounge here at the hotel.
Okay, we're good. I know. Well, I was gonna go downstairs, but downstairs because it's New Orleans, everyone's already partying in the lobby continuously, right? It's like it's not a calm lobby, and yet we're staying at the Hilton, but it's not a calm lobby. Any lobby in New Orleans is going to be like a Vegas mode type of a situation, right? And it's like just how it rolls.
Right.
But London is actually one of my favorite cities. Audrey, I have to tell you, it is one of my favorite cities in the world. And my parents are actually taking my older 2 girls to London for a week, Ireland for a week, and Amsterdam. They all got to pick a capital. So my parents are taking my older 2 for 3 weeks this summer and a full week in London. And it happens to be the summer, of course, of William and Kate with the new baby, and then Prince Harry getting married to Meghan Markle. So of course, with having fun girls into princess life and living in the castle,
they're gonna love.
They're in hog heaven. I know, is that not so crazy?
Amazing.
The mom who you met, who was my nanny in ESPN, yeah. So that mom is taking the older 2, and we're just going.
That's awesome.
So much fun. But I completely relate with the 5-year-old having a 4-year-old. We want to go to Australia, New Zealand, and we're waiting for another year or 2 just because the flight.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's such a long flight. Even if you break it up, it still is a super, super long flight.
Yeah, I mean, I went to China myself, and I had a hard time with it. And so for me to think of my 5-year-old to do that flight, I couldn't. I mean, I was real, and I travel, and I was really struggling. So I don't know. I think maybe 3 more years. I think in 3 more, when he's 8, I think he'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
But 5, that would be the worst time ever for me.
It'd be tough.
For that.
And then it's not enjoyable, and yet you're investing that much time. And
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's one goal, you guys, for your business? What's one goal that you have professionally? I know I said one adventure, that'll be the last question, but I have one more question for you. What is one big permission for you to give to yourself for one goal that you have that's a big, huge, like, this is going to happen. I want this goal is going to happen in my business within the next few years. I see it. It's going to your permission to yourself to make that success happen. Because it uses your why behind it, which is what you guys have shared some of your why along this conversation. But what would that be?
I'm just trying to get this both on.
Oh, there we go. I think probably it would be the same thing for both of us because we've been really kind of honing in on this. You know, we have a very good friend who's kind of been mentoring us, and we've really been thinking of really pivoting and really taking Permission to Hustle in kind of a different direction. And I think that, what we really want to try to do is blogging has been so good to us throughout all of the years. It's created a life that we never, dreamt of. I mean, just in terms of friendships and experiences, and has given us the ability to really connect with so many women that we want to hopefully give that gift to as many people out there in terms of creating digital content and becoming bloggers. We're always asked, is it too saturated? Is it over? And no, if you have a voice, if you have a platform, there's no 2 people who are the same. Everybody's story is different. Everybody has something to share. And we really want to give that to other people. We want to show them what you can do, have it be, the kind of a blogging, a formula. And it truly is how you can really get out there and do it. Would you say pictures too?
That's awesome.
That was perfect.
That was perfect. That was, we started with Vera and you saying that was perfect. Now we're saying Audrey, that Vera, you're saying Audrey's perfect. That was perfect, you guys. That's a perfect business bestie right there. Woo, way to wrap it up, right? Okay, you guys, I appreciate it. Now, how can everybody connect with you? What are the best links? We're going to put them right in down below. And for permission to hustle for your respective blogs, I want to be able to. And is there any one thing that you want to share with everybody with what's going on, or any way they can, any big thing that you're doing that they need to know about?
I think if they join the Permission to Hustle Facebook group, we usually pop in all the information that's coming out in there. We have our cruise coming up in a couple of months.
Yeah,
it's
July.
A couple of months away, July, and more information's coming out this week about that. So there's a newsletter sign up for that in the Permission to Hustle group. Audrey and Vera, we also have a page on Facebook, Audrey and Vera, and on Instagram at Audrey and Vera. And that's a really great place to connect with us. And then our own individual is Audrey is Mom Generations, and I'm Lady and the blog. And then we have permissiontohustle365.com, which is where we share business advice. So we're just a little bit of everywhere. A little bit everywhere.
That's perfect.
But thank you so much for having us.
Those are spoken, and I will type those all. Oh gosh, I'm so happy that you guys, that it worked out today. You know, Audrey, when you said, oh, let's do it next week, I was like, oh, I'm in New Orleans. Oh, sure, let's do it. It'll be perfect. It's awesome. It's great. Guys, thank you so much. And as I say to everybody, you are your own inspirator. So think about that. You are your own inspirator, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one, superstars. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Oh, you too. Bye.